His name was Ronald Read. He was a gas station attendant in Vermont. Then he became a janitor. He never earned more than $11 an hour. He drove a second-hand car. He wore clothes he bought at yard sales. He fixed his coat with safety pins. When Ronald Read died in 2014 at the age of 92, he left behind an $8 million estate. $8 million from a janitor's salary. And he is not alone. Across America, right now, there are thousands of ordinary people. Teachers, postal workers, nurses, factory workers, people you would never look twice at on the street, quietly, patiently, methodically building fortunes that most Wall Street bankers will never come close to. In the next 13 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how they did it, step by step, and why almost nobody talks about this secret. Because once you understand it, your financial life will never look the same again. Here's the lie that most of us grew up believing: that building real wealth requires a six-figure salary, a college degree from an elite university, a lucky break, the right connections, or some kind of financial genius. All of that is false, and the data proves it. A landmark study by Dr. Thomas Stanley, who spent 20 years studying America's millionaires, revealed something that shocked the financial world. 80% of American millionaires are first-generation wealthy, meaning they did not inherit their money. They built it themselves from scratch. And the average millionaire in America? They didn't work in finance or technology. They were accountants, engineers, teachers, and owners of ordinary businesses, pest control companies, dry cleaners, small farms. So what was the number one characteristic they all shared? It wasn't intelligence. It wasn't luck. It wasn't even income. It was behavior. Specifically, 7 behaviors. And every single one of them, you can start practicing today. Let's go through them one by one. Behavior number 1. They paid themselves first, every single month, before they paid anyone else. Not after the bills, not after the groceries, not whatever was left over at the end of the month. First, they treated their savings like a non-negotiable bill, as automatic and as certain as their rent or their mortgage. Most people save what's left after spending. Wealthy people spend what's left after saving. That one shift in mindset is the foundation of everything else. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Automate a transfer to your savings or investment account on the same day your paycheck arrives. Even if it's just $50. Start there. Behavior number 2. They were obsessively boring with their money. No exotic investments. No get-rich-quick schemes. No cryptocurrency speculation. No options trading. Just the same simple investment, made consistently. Month after month, year after year for decades. Ronald Read, the janitor, owned stocks in companies like Berkshire Hathaway, Wells Fargo, and Johnson & Johnson. He bought them. He held them. He collected dividends. He reinvested those dividends. And he never panicked. Not during the 2008 crash. Not during any downturn. He simply kept going. The stock market has gone up in value in roughly 75% of all calendar years since 1926. The people who lost money were mostly the ones who sold during the 25% of bad years and missed the recovery. The people who got rich were the ones who did nothing and waited. Behavior number 3. They lived significantly below their means. This doesn't mean they were miserable. It means they were intentional. According to Dr. Stanley's research, the average American millionaire has never spent more than $400 on a watch, never spent more than $200 on a pair of shoes, and drives a Toyota or a Ford, not a BMW or a Mercedes. They understood something most people miss. Every dollar you spend on a depreciating luxury is a dollar that can't compound in your favor. A $60,000 car loses half its value in 3 years. That same $60,000 invested in an index fund at a 10% average return is worth roughly $1 million in 40 years. The car, or the $1 million, That's the real choice. Behavior number 4. They protected their income like it was gold. Adequate life insurance, disability insurance, an emergency fund of 6 months' living expenses, a will and basic estate planning. Here's the truth most people ignore. You cannot build wealth if one unexpected event can erase everything you've built. A medical emergency, a job loss, a disability, a lawsuit. For a working American over 40, these aren't unlikely events. They're almost statistical certainties over a lifetime. The wealthy build walls around their wealth. The average person leaves theirs completely exposed. Behavior number 5. They invested in themselves relentlessly. The average CEO of a major American company reads more than 50 books a year. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people alive, still spends most of his day reading. Not social media, not entertainment. Books, reports, financial statements. The return on investment in your own knowledge and skills is the highest possible return. And it can't be taxed, inflated away, or taken from you in a market crash. Every dollar and every hour you invest in becoming more valuable compounds just as surely as money in the market. Behavior number 6. They took advantage of every tax benefit available to them. Most Americans pay far more in taxes than they need to, not because they're cheating, but because they don't know what they're legally entitled to. If you have a 401k at work, are you contributing enough to get the full employer match? If not, you're leaving free money on the table every single year. If you're self-employed, are you using a SEP or a solo 401k? These accounts can shelter tens of thousands of dollars a year from taxes. And if you're over 50, are you using catch-up contributions? An extra several $1,000s a year in a 401k and more in an IRA. Most people over 50 have never even heard of this. The tax code in America is written by people who understand how to use it. The wealthy use it. Most people don't even know it exists. Behavior number 7. They started, and they started early. This might be the most important behavior of all, and the simplest to understand. Here's a comparison that will stop you cold. Person A starts investing $300 a month at age 25. They stop at age 35, just 10 years of investing, and never put in another dollar after that. Their money just sits and grows for the next 30 years. Person B waits until age 35 to start. They invest that same $300 a month all the way from 35 to 65. 30 years of investing. 3 times as long and 3 times as much money put in. So at age 65, who has more? Person A, who invested for just 10 years, ends up with a little over $1 million. Person B, who invested 3 times as long and put in 3 times as much money, ends up with well under $700,000. Person A wins, even putting in far less money overall. Why? Because those early dollars had 30 extra years to compound. Time in the market did more heavy lifting than the size of the contributions ever could. That's the power of compound interest. Time is more valuable than money. And every year, you wait to start costs you more than you realize. Now let's talk about why this knowledge matters more in 2025 than it ever has. Because the world right now is creating both enormous threats and enormous opportunities depending on what you know. Threat number 1, inflation. Since 2020, inflation has eroded purchasing power by more than 20%. People who kept their savings in cash lost that purchasing power without spending a single dollar. People who were invested in assets saw those assets grow to compensate. Threat number 2, the global debt crisis. The United States carries over $30 trillion in national debt. Japan, China, and Europe face similar pressures. This will eventually mean higher taxes, reduced government services, or both. People who depend entirely on government programs for retirement face an increasingly uncertain future. Opportunity number 1. The AI revolution. Artificial intelligence is creating wealth faster than almost any technology in recent history. Companies building AI infrastructure have returned extraordinary gains to investors, many of them ordinary Americans holding index funds. You don't need to understand how AI works. You just need to be invested in the companies building it. Opportunity number 2. The interest rate cycle. When the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates, bonds tend to rise, stocks tend to rally, and real estate becomes more affordable. People already positioned in the market benefit the most from that shift. The window of opportunity is open right now, but windows don't stay open forever. Here's your personal roadmap. Regardless of your age, your income, or your starting point, if you're in your 30s, time is your greatest asset. Use it aggressively. Open a Roth IRA and max it out every year. Invest in low-cost index funds, S&P 500, or total market. Don't touch it for 30 years. This single habit, started in your 30s, will likely make you a millionaire by retirement. If you're in your 40s, you still have more time than you think, but you need to accelerate. Max out your 401k, especially the employer match. If you haven't started investing, start this month. Not next month, this month. Cut one major recurring expense, cable, subscriptions, dining out, and redirect that money into investments. $200 a month invested from age 45 at a 10% average return can grow to well over $100,000 by age 65. That's real money from one habit change. If you're in your 50s, focus on 3 things. First, maximize your catch-up contributions. You can now shelter significantly more in tax-advantaged accounts. Second, eliminate high-interest debt aggressively. Carrying a 20% credit card balance while earning 10% in the market is a guaranteed way to fall behind. Third, get serious about your Social Security strategy. The difference between claiming at 62 versus 70 can be worth well over $100,000 in lifetime benefits. This decision deserves careful, professional attention. For everyone, build your emergency fund first. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account, not under your mattress. This is your foundation. Everything else is built on top of it. Let me leave you with one final thought. Ronald Redd, the janitor with $8 million, was not special. He was not smarter than you. He was not luckier than you. He didn't have advantages you don't have. He simply understood something that most people spend their entire lives too distracted, too busy, or too discouraged to discover. That wealth, real, lasting, generational wealth, is not built in moments of brilliance. It's built in moments of discipline. Repeated. Every week, every month, every year for decades. It's the $50 you invest when you don't feel like it, the restaurant meal you skip, the car you don't upgrade, the dividend you reinvest instead of spending. None of these feel like anything in the moment, but together, compounded over time, they become everything. You're watching this video. That already means something. It means you're paying attention when most people are not. Take one action today. Just one. Open an account. Automate a transfer. Read one page. Make one phone call to a financial advisor. One action. Because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and your financial future begins right now. Thank you for watching WorldWise Finance. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you care about. Subscribe for weekly videos just like this one. And watch our next video here, where we reveal how 5 countries solved the retirement crisis and what America could learn from them. I'll see you there.